Reynolds from Frenzy, and we're here at the HQ today. We've been paid a visit by one of our sponsored anglers, Jon Whincup, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to talk to Jon about his momentous year he's had. Absolutely fantastic year. It's been record-breaking, really.
Yep, I think it has. I think it actually has been record-breaking.
Yeah. I think you've won best part of 100,000 in the competitions. Yeah. No mean feat. So what I want to do, Jon, is just have a little chat now and go through your actual year from the start. Yep, so it all started, I believe, with the Guru Festival.
The Guru Festival at White Acres, yep. Early on in the year, I think it was April time. Yeah, just fantastic weeks fishing, as you always get down there. I think I had 4 section wins and a third, and yeah, that won me it. It was close. I think there was 2 or 3 real close to me within a point. It might have even been on weight. Yeah, I took the title. Brilliant start to the year.
Yeah. The thing is, with all those festivals down White, is they're always close, aren't they?
Yeah,
it's no mean feat to win any of them.
No. Through the week, an odd ounce, an odd pound, there's a point here and there, and at the end of the week, a point's massive. It can be the difference between 10th to 5th to 1st.
Yeah, and that was April time, I believe.
That was April time.
Yeah. So a nice start of the year.
Brilliant. Yeah.
And then he went on after that one, then on to the Milo.
Milo Festival after that. Yeah, it weren't long after. It was only, I think, 2 weeks after me and my partner Ivy went down and fished the Milo. Well, she didn't fish. I fished. She had a chill out week. I think I was 5th or 6th in that. Yeah. Another great week. I think I had 3 section wins and a 2nd or 3rd. Yeah. But same again, like I say, so close, another point, I could have been 2nd, another point, you're winning again. It's that close, like you say.
Yeah, nice envelope as well.
Yeah, another nice little payday at the end of the week.
Spoiled Ivy rotten, I suppose.
Yeah, as always.
Took it out for fish and chips.
Fish and chips at Skeggy, yeah. Living the dream.
And so that was your Milo. You've come 5th in, another good result, another pickup. And then after that, then you all your concentration is really then down to the big what we call the big ones, as in your Maver Match This is, your Fishermanias.
Yeah, that was it then. That's probably, I think, best part of 6 weeks, 2 months chasing around to qualify for the big finals. And just non-stop, week after week, different venues all around the country. Eventually qualified at Larford Lakes again. Yeah. Same as last year. Different lake this time. I was on the Match Lake as opposed to the special the year before. But yeah, had a lovely days fishing again. Yeah. Peg 64. 64. End peg. End peg. Dolly. Nice little dolly hole. Yeah. As you need in these matches, though. Like I say, there's 120, 130 anglers. Brilliant. There's normally only a handful of pegs that can win the match outright, which is obviously what you need to do. And yeah, had a lovely day's fishing, £150, £160.
Yeah, and what have you caught them on? How have you fished them?
I had a good 3.5 hours dobbing. I could see them when I got to my peg. They was all over the place. Yeah. So just dobbed around. Caught some great big fish on hard pellets dobbing. Banded hard pellet, yeah. And then the heavens opened. It absolutely chucked down with about an hour and a half to go, and I thought my chance had gone, really. Suddenly there's no dobbers to have. I thought, oh no, that's it, the chance is gone. But I've been feeding pellets, short, 6mm hard pellets. And I dropped in on that, and I've had one a chuck basically for an hour and a half. Fantastic. For another £60, 56 pounds.
That was a pretty clear win as well, wasn't it?
I think I was
pretty clear.
I think I was £50 clear of 2nd place. Yeah. So
comfortable win.
Comfortable, yeah. But yeah, another good day. Yeah. And away we went, sort of thing. Superb.
And from there then, your time in between that then would have been, I'm taking it, practicing, etc. for the Maver Match This final.
Yeah, we had a nice, probably 2 or 3 weeks. I think I had a little chill out, a couple of weekends off, and then basically get your minds on the final. Then had, I think, 6 weeks leading up to the match. Basically getting myself out, fish 3 or 4 practice matches, a couple of weekends on my own, just getting to know the venue, Hayfield Lakes.
On these practice matches, are you going there and fishing what you think is going to actually work sort of on the day, or are you trying different methods to try to find out what?
Yeah, a bit of both really.
Yeah.
A couple of the matches early on, I was just probably trying to win the match really, to get comfortable in the venue, confident. But then the next 2 or 3, I caught a few short, and then I'd leave that, have a go on a waggler, a feeder. But yeah, the last 3 or 4 practices was just trying different methods.
Yeah.
Weren't bothered about trying to win the matches.
No, just going there and just basically using the match under match conditions.
Yeah,
for some people around the bank, trying to find your methods that's working.
That's it, exactly. Keeping an eye on everyone else, what they're doing, and I think we was all doing the same thing. Just sort of he's doing that, he's doing that, and I'll try this, and we all roughly knew by the end of it. We all
and history says that you obviously got it right.
Yeah. Come the day, yeah.
I know that with Ayfield, the people when generally at the draw and everything, you know, anglers are wanting an island. Yeah. Because there were some pegs without an island in which people didn't feel they could win. Yeah. I know you drew an island peg.
I did. Yeah,
what
I did.
Peg did you actually draw? John?
I drew permanent peg 49, which was Maver Match This peg 17. Well, they changed the pegs a little bit. Yeah, obviously had an island peg, an island chuck, which I was more than happy with. But in my mind, I didn't really want to fish it. I wanted to catch on this short pole line. I'd worked it out really well how to catch on it. But obviously it was the best backup line you're going to have. If that don't work, that's, in my mind, was the next best thing. But
just a nice, easy, simple approach.
Nice, simple approach.
Very, very basic, but
very basic. Like I say, these big matches, to win on the day, I think you just need a dead simple match. Everything to go nice and simple, nice and plain sailing, if you like. You don't want to be that method. I don't think you're ever going to win a big final doing 3 or 4 methods. I think it's just going to be 1 method, maybe 2. If plan A works, you're going to have a chance at the end of the match. Did
you have to actually revert to the feeder at all in the match?
No, never picked it up once. I think I had 4 feeder rods set up next to me. Never leant over and picked one up all day.
Stayed on that short line.
Just got enough bites. I get 3 or 4 fish, and a little quiet spell, then a couple, then one. Just kept getting enough bites all day to keep me on it. Again,
feeding 6 mils.
Yes.
8 mil banded. 8 mil banded on the hook.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I seen some clips on YouTube of the match, and you seem to be feeding quite heavy.
Yeah, I think I was. It probably more regular than heavy. I'd hook a fish, and then I'd be feeding like 20 pellets, and then feed again 20 pellets. Just getting ready for the next fish, and say 9 times out of 10, I'd put a fish in the net, feed again, just ship out, feed again, drop me rig in, and I'd get a bite straight away.
So you weren't feeding at all once your float was in the water?
I put a little bit, I had a little frenzy pot on.
Yeah.
I'd literally just I'd feed again before I'd go out. I'd just put like 5 or 6 pellets in, tap them in, and just sit and wait.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, you'd get a bite. You might get one straight away. Other times you might have to wait a minute, 5 minutes, but I'd just sit and wait, and then eventually be a proper fast bite.
We'll have a look in a bit now at some of the gear you actually used. But I know coming towards the end of the match, you had a right ding dong with Jamie Hughes.
Yeah, I did.
It was really, really close.
The last hour he'd say the same thing. It was horrendous, to be honest, because I think in my mind I was ahead, which as it turned out I was ahead going into the last hour, but you don't know at the time.
No.
Kept thinking that it's the same. He's catching more, I'm catching. But the last hour was, my peg went funny. Jamie basically dropped in short from fishing a feed all day. He's dropped in, and my peg went all funny. I started foul-looking fish, started losing them, coming off, missing bites. And I had not had that all day until the last hour. I was hooking clean bites, nicely hooking them. And the last hour just...
Because I know we've spoken in some depth about it, and I know you actually thought at the end of the match you'd lost the match because Jamie had obviously come strong. Yours had died a little bit.
I thought I did. I thought the last hour, I think I spoke to someone as soon as the match had finished. The camera was on me. He says, "Do you think you'd done it?" I said, "I know it's been close. But I think if I haven't beat Jamie, it's because of the last hour." But then I hooked a fish on the whistle. As it turned out, it was a 10-pound. I've hooked it. I don't know, 20 seconds before the whistle, got it in just after the whistle, 10 pound. I thought that could be the fish that wins me the 70 grand, if you like.
Yeah, and I seen the weigh in. I could see the stress, if you like, the pressure on the pressure on your face as they were going into weigh in, because I know, what did you have, 105, was it?
105 kilo, yeah.
And I know that when they came to pull Jamie's nets out, and I know Jamie had to have 33 kilo in his last net to beat you, and once the net come out of the water, we could see on your face then you'd
I
won
think
it.
I knew. I think the camera was right in my face. It was on me, and I've seen it myself. At the time, I thought, as soon as he lifted it out of the water, I think anyone that could see it knew there weren't enough.
I could actually see the colour come back into your face.
I think I felt my face change.
Yeah.
I think everyone thought the same. Jamie knew. I see him. I think he handed the net to someone. I see him sitting on his box, shaking his head. Yeah. He knew as soon as he pulled it out. And
So let's have a look at the gear that you actually used, John, on the day. I know this is one of your favourite elastics of ours, the Frenzy Stretch Blue Hollow, the 10 to 14 rating.
Yeah.
I know you really like this one personally.
I've used that, I've probably used that for more carp fishing this year than any of ever, really, to be honest. You can use that for 90% of your carp fishing. Yeah. Like £3 plus carp, like down the edge, shallow fishing, short fishing, whatever, really. It just covers so many things. It's brilliant elastic. Nice, stretches a bit when you hook a fish and you got the power there afterwards. Yes, perfect carp elastic, to be honest. Yeah, can't fault it.
And then the line, which is one that I know you were doing some field testing for us, you and some of the other sponsored lads, so that we could get it right. And I know this has become a favourite of yours as well now, the line.
Yeah, it's a fantastic line. It's so strong, supple as well. But so I use the 016 in the final, 020 main line. I always like to fish quite heavy main line. But 016, you just can't break it. No. Match it to that elastic.
Fantastic loaded.
It's never going to break.
Loaded mono. It's nice and supple, isn't it? Yeah. It's there's no memory in it.
No.
Absolutely superb. Fantastic line.
Brilliant.
Hooks. Again, another favourite of yours are the 1420s.
Yeah, so I use them in the final again. I use the size 18, the eyed version, with a small band on for an 8mm pellet. The eyed and spade ends, but so strong. Not super heavy, but they are really strong hooks.
Yeah, it's a really nice pattern of hook, that.
Nice, yeah.
And I know that with the 1420s, we've got them rated, so it's basically 014 line through to 020, which, like you say, you're fishing 020 main line, which is at the sort of limits of the hook, really. Yeah. But I know that you use the 1624s of ours as well when you're fishing down the edges and when you're fishing for some real...
Yeah, just for that next stage up, if you like. Yeah, like you can use them for your rod fishing, your down the edge, your great big fish, They're hard to bend. You can't bend them to them. You got no chance whatsoever.
These are proper hooks.
They're animal hooks.
These are my favourites. 1624s again. 016 to 024 line. Fantastic hooks. Yeah, brilliant. And then I know that you've also been field testing some of our silvers hooks that we've just brought out. The 0814s again, rated for 08 line through to 014. Nice silvers hook. F1s, superb,
I think
very
for the
strong.
winter, now the weather's turned cold, I think they're going to be perfect for the winter. All your maggot fishing, your soft pellet fishing through the winter, they're going to be ideal. Brilliant hooks.
And then the bands themselves, I know you were using the clear ones. Yep. 2mm, all uniform in size, made in the UK for us. Absolutely superb, pure silicone. Yep. Absolutely superb bands.
Ideal, like I say, they're all exactly the same. Every single one's the same. Just pick one up, it's the same as the last one, and they're strong. They never break. You can't break.
No, and we brought some of the colours in because I know that there's a craze going on now where people are banding casters, they're banding maggots. So we got some red ones for your red maggot, if you like, and brown ones for your casters, and they're also good for when you're banding your darker pellet as well.
Yeah, just matching it to your bait, like you say. The colours are the same. Yes. Ideal, really.
And then last but not least, favourite of yours. Yeah. I know this is one item of tackle that you absolutely adore from our range, and that's the FP 700 floats.
It is. It's a range of floats. I've caught more fish on these floats than any other floats I've ever used. It's the ideal float. It's dead simple, but it's It's got the line through the body, the spring eye. Basically, nothing can break. They're bomb-proof.
Yeah.
Like, the line obviously can't cut through. Just brilliant flags.
Yeah,
You
superb.
just can't fault them.
No.
Can't fault them.
Superb. So then, moving on from that, John. Then you've had your Maver Match This. I know that there was a few weeks in between because I know you go back down to Whiteacres then for some more festivals.
Yeah.
Did you actually have a break in between that?
No,
or?
not at all. I think so I'll have a weekend off, but I don't think I did because I was basically getting ready for the 2 festivals. Yeah, the Maver Festival and the Preston Festival. So it's almost like, right, put that away for a minute. I've got to get straight back on it. And
have you done any good in any of them?
I did well actually. Yeah, the Maver Festival was actually trying to win it again because I won it last year.
Yeah.
So I was basically trying to defend the title. I did come close. I come third. I was within 1 point, 1 fish a couple of days of actually winning it again. So that would have been a bit ridiculous, but I was that close. And so yeah, I had a nice week.
Another brown envelope.
Yeah, another little envelope.
Yeah, and then onto the Preston.
Yeah.
Preston Innovations.
Another good week, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't quite make the top 10, but it's
No.
not about that. It's top 24.
That's right,
qualify.
the top 24, isn't it, for the Preston, then qualify for the big one, which is the Parkdean.
That's it, yeah. And I managed 11th, which was good enough, yeah. You're in the final. It's not really about the top 10.
Fantastic class of field as well.
Oh, it's just amazing.
Superb.
Amazing. The top 24 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You could write a list of 24, the best anglers in the country. They'd all be on it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, you look up and down and you think, what?
Who's all angling, sort of.
Who's who with angling? Like, ridiculous.
And we know what the history says about this match as well. You've gone into the Parkdean. Where have you actually drawn then, John?
I drew peg 11, not one of the fancy pegs. No one wanted that. Most people wanted 15 to 18, 5, 6, 7, 8, them sort of pegs. I've drawn peg 11 in the narrowest part of the lake, channels in, but you can actually reach the far bank with 16 metres. The only peg on the lake where you can actually do that.
So I know you quietly fancied it, didn't you, when you drew the peg? No one else did, but you did.
I did. For some reason, I just sat there and I thought, this looks all right. I could reach the far bank with 16 metres and some brambles were overhanging.
And what have you fished? What's been your approach to that one? What have you?
Dead simple again. So I had that line across and I've had a nice edge line. Basically set up to do them 2 things. And just started across. I thought I'll go straight across. If there's any fish there, I tapped in a few 4mm pellets of a small frenzy pot. I didn't actually catch any doing that. I did it 4 or 5 times in and out in it. And then I started pinging some 6mm pellets over then. And then I started getting odd indication.
Have you fed much through the match?
Quite a bit, yeah. 3 or 4 pints.
Yeah.
Constant, not loads, but 5 or 6 constant.
All the time?
Yeah, like shallow fishing, but sort of if on the deck, if you like.
Yeah.
It's constantly lifting the rig, ping some more pellets.
Same setup as.
Yeah, pretty much identical setup to the Maver, just a smaller float basically. Yeah. Same float.
Same line.
Same line.
Hooks, elastics, everything just the same.
Everything
just a nice real.
A shorter rig.
And a nice real simple match again.
Yeah, dead simple again. I've not actually come off that one line again. I fished there all day. I thought about feeding the edge, but the camera's turned up a bit, and I was getting bites across all day. So
I know you had you say you had a slowish start, because I know one of our other anglers, Phil Cannon, was actually the feedback came back because I was actually watching the live stream of it, and then that came back. He had a 30 or 40 pound, I think, in the first hour, and he was going like a steam train. But
I think he caught on a waggler, and he seemed to be the only one catching. And when news started filtering along, he's got 40 pound. I had 20, I think. And then from then on, my peg I had five fish on the trot for about 40, 42 pound.
And you've ended up with
over everyone then.
And then you've ended up with 90 odd pounds.
92.
And you were well clear of this time, weren't you? There was nowhere.
I think an hour to go, someone come behind. The cameras were obviously on me, so I knew I was doing well. They were focusing on me, and they said, "You're so far clear, like you can't be caught." But you still fish proper all day for every bite.
Trying.
You still think someone somewhere is going to beat you, even though it wasn't to be. But
again, another 25k in the pocket.
Another nice little payday and a jump in a lake.
And a jump in the lake, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, awesome.
What's your sort of plans going forward for next year, John? Quickly.
Plans now, just Fishing wise, the same big money finals.
Yeah.
Just crack on them again.
Chasing the money.
Chasing it around again.
Yeah.
Just whatever's going next year, really. Just
Fantastic.
Keep on it again, and why not getting another final?
Brilliant.
Win another one? Why not?
Well,
They're there to be won, so
keep it going. You know how proud of you we all are here at Frenzy.
I know.
Absolutely fantastic. Well done, John.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Cheers, Clint.